Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I made a previous video on how to repair your John Deere lawn sweeper, and that video had to do with the drive gear on the wheels that caused the sweeper to work. And in that video I said I would try to come up with some other videos or some help on some other things that I did to my lawn sweeper. So this is one of the things that I did. Let's see if I can bring it a little larger here. Let me see, I'll just point here. I think I can point with this. The bracket that holds the bag open, after a while it got to where it wouldn't keep the bag open and it would collapse, and when the wind's blowing and the top of the bag is is a foot lower, raking leaves and stuff, the leaves would blow out, and so it was kind of a headache. So what I did was I made this piece of it's actually a piece of PVC pipe, and I made a smaller diameter one, and it worked. But then the little ones, the smaller diameter, they would pop out and they would flex and bend. So I made the larger diameter one, and there's a drawing of it. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. What I did was it's about 1 inch diameter, and I cut notches up here at the top, and so that it would fit against the bracket. And then at a 90-degree angle at the other end, I cut notches on both sides also, and so that when we'll go back here to the drawing, and by the way, you have to kind of measure your own length, because everybody's is going to be a little different anyway, depending on what lawn sweeper you've got. But as you can see, the lower part of the PVC goes against this rod that runs across the sweeper, and the upper part goes against that bracket. So, and I don't know, that's probably a little longer than a foot in length, the length of that tube. So that's the first thing I did that I wanted to mention, that it was made it easier to keep that bag open all the way, and it's an easy fix. So you just cut some notches, and what I did was I just put it against a grinding wheel and made the notch, and that worked just fine. Okay, so that was one of the fixes that I made. The other thing that I did, and let me bring this up a little bit, is in the fall when I'm sweeping and the grass is damp, and you can see my wheels are kind of worn out. When the grass is damp, well, then the wheels would slip and they wouldn't turn. And part of the problem is if you got the brush set too low, well, then it's hard to turn the brush, and so the wheels slip. So what I did is I took the wheels off, put them in the vise, and used a hacksaw, and cut about 1/8 inch or so notches, and I cut them at an angle. I don't know if that makes any difference or not, all the way around the wheel. It took a little bit of time, but I just roughly estimated about 1 inch apart, and cut notches, and then that gives it a little more grabbing power, so that when you're raking up leaves on wet grass, the wheels keep turning. It also would work for helping to pick up the lawn sweepings, but mainly I did it because in the fall we have 21 trees in our yard, and some of them drop a lot of leaves, and so I have to go around sweeping and picking up the the fallen leaves. So that's those are the two fixes that I did to my lawn sweeper. And also my bag started to rip back at the corners, the lower end of the corners, and the one thing that I used, I don't have a picture of it, but if you go to the hardware store and Lowe's or Home Depot and get the Gorilla Tape, the 2-inch Gorilla Tape, that will mend that bag very easily. It'll hold it doesn't come back off again once you put it on. So the Gorilla Tape on the bag, the notching on the wheels, and the PVC pipe to hold the brace on the bag open, those are the three things that I've done to mine that I promised I would make a video and show how I did that. The Lawnsweeper is a good thing, and there's different brands of lawn sweepers, and I thought John Deere would be the best. I'm not 100% sure it is the best, but that's what I've got, and that's how I fixed it. So I want to thank you for watching, and God bless you.